afternoon, friends. I am sitting here in my living room, which also doubles as our home school classroom. I just want to pass along a couple of thoughts for the day for you. A 2-minute little sermon as I was waiting for news about the press conference from our province and telling us about what critical services are and what not. I'm sitting there full of worries and full of thoughts and full of plans of what we can do in the future. And I came to these words from the Bible from Matthew chapter 6, where Jesus talks about worrying. He's talking about serving two masters, wealth and God, and saying that if you serve wealth, you can't really serve God because you are always looking out for what's coming next. You're always worrying about things. And to be honest, friends, I've been full of worry in the last couple of days. And you might be as well. So hear these words. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, or about your body, what will you wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? And as I read those verses, Matthew 6:25, I think that's unfair, Jesus. I have to worry a little bit. I have to worry about my children. I have to worry about my family. I have to take care of them. I want to make sure that we do well. Jesus keeps talking about the birds in the air, about how he values them and how he provides for them. He also talks about the lilies in the field, the grass of the field, all of these things that God takes care of, this whole creation. And then Jesus says at the end again, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring worries of its own. Today's trouble is enough for today. And friends, even as I'm arguing with Jesus here, I need to hear those words. I need to hear those words because part of my worries are not worries about the kingdom of God. They are not worrying about how I can serve God better, but it's worrying about my own well-being. Maybe putting my own desires ahead of God's. And so even as I have those worries, and as some of them are legitimate, I need to hear the voice of Jesus telling me, I am not leaving you alone. Pastor Jose Luis reminded us yesterday that the business of God is still open and that the business of God will remain open. So friends, if you're sitting there in worries like me sometimes, may you be reminded, God takes care of the grass of the field. God takes care of the birds in the air, and God takes care of you and me. It doesn't mean that life will go the way we want it. It doesn't mean that it will be easy. It doesn't mean that we won't have disease. It doesn't mean that COVID-19 will disappear for us who believe in Jesus Christ. No, it's all there. But it means that even as I sit and worry and plan and try to come up with the very best of what I think I can do, and even as you sit and worry and plan and think about the very best that you think you can do, that it is God who's still in charge and control, that it is God who we can hold on to when we need hope. As Jesus says in verse 33 of Matthew 6, but strive first for the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Lest I take that as a formula to say that if I only trust God, everything will go well. I will instead take it as Jesus saying, trust me. Look after the kingdom of God and I'll be with you, even when the going gets tough. And maybe it's tough today for you, and maybe it's easy today for you. I don't know where you're at, but God is there. God is with me. God is with you. God is with this world. God is still in charge. And as we were reminded yesterday, the business of God is always open. So, will you take hold of these words with me today? Will you trust God? Will you give your worries to him? He will take them. And he will deal with them. And that's what I hold on to today. Maybe I'll talk to you again tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. But here are a couple thoughts for today. Blessings.